All right, so now we're on number 3. And the third type of woman who gets played is the woman who listens to his words and overlooks his actions. So I need to really clear this up because there's a lot of confusion behind actions speak louder than words. And I've even said in my videos before, if a man, you got to take the man for what he says to you. There's a lot of confusion here. So to make this very clear, the words and the actions have to line up together. It's really not about one or the other. It's about both, all right? Because essentially, if a man says, I love you, but his actions don't show you that, we have a problem. If the man acts like he does actions, and let me say something, the thing with actions is it's an interpretable thing sometimes. So quick example, let's say a man buys you a gift for Valentine's Day. And you and your girl's like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. He loves you, right? And in reality, no, he doesn't love you. He just thought this was the right thing to do for Valentine's Day. Or he just wanted to make sure he would shut you up for Valentine's Day. Or yeah, maybe he wanted to put a smile on your face, but he's not loving you like that, like he wants to be serious with you, okay? So I say that to say that a lot of times people look at actions and still get it wrong. Because my thing is this. Is he giving you the words and the actions? It has to be both. It has to be both. But going back to the original line of listening to his words and overlooking his actions, I want to start there or focus there for a second because, again, a lot of women, I even honestly saw a post pop up. I can't remember the page. And it was a woman kind of having her vulnerable moment and saying that she came to the realization that you have to pay attention to what the man is doing, not just what he's saying, because it's so easy for women in wanting to believe this relationship is what it could be, or he's feeling the way that she wants him to feel, or whatever the case may be, for her to buy into the words, buy into all the sweet nothings he's whispering in her ear because it feels good. It sounds nice, all right? And emotionally, it hits you in those soft places. But when you take all that in and you overlook the fact that he continues to mistreat you, he continues to be inconsistent, he continues to show you something contrary to what he said to you, this is a problem. Now, I want to also make clear that you have to discuss with him what you're looking for in those actions to back up those words. And I say that because, again, we cannot simply assume that the man knows better already, all right? Because knowing better isn't just a general thing about, well, this is how relationships could be had, because everyone does relationships different, not everyone, but there's different details to different relationships, okay? And what you want and what you're looking for may be very different from what the other woman wanted and was looking for. And so to him, he may honestly feel like he's putting forth an effort that backs up his words. But because you're looking for something specific and he's not providing that, you discredit everything he's doing. To you, it's, oh no, he's not serious, he's playing games. And what would clear that up is a conversation. A conversation that says, this is what I'm looking for. And I know there's a lot of people who hear this advice of don't tell a man what you're looking for because then it makes it easier for him to play you. I disagree. It's not that it technically could not make it easier for a player to play you. However, the average man, I always say, the average man or the typical man who is just trying to play games is trying to do the least amount of work for the most amount of return. Okay? So even if you lay out for him everything that you're looking for, he's not likely to check off every box. Are there some exceptions to the rule? Yes, but there's other ways to expose that guy even when he does that. However, in the vast majority of the cases, he's not checking off all the boxes. But the guy who's serious about you will make an effort to check all the boxes that you guys discussed. You have to give him a fair shot to show you he's for real. And he can't do that if he doesn't understand what you need poured into you. So be willing to have that discussion. But yes, it's not just his words, it's his actions together. That is the key. Together is what matters. And when you hear people say actions speak louder than words, I would simply say, look at it from the perspective of the action is like the exclamation point after the statement. It's like, okay, I love you. And now my action really drives that home. So it speaks louder in the sense that it has the greater, or it should have the greater impact. But in itself cannot stand alone, because without the words to back it up, we still have an issue. And real quick, I'll say this, because sometimes you have a man who is very loving, but doesn't know how to express it. All right. Then we need to go to counseling for that. Then we need to dive deeper into addressing this issue, because it's going to be very hard for you. Let's be real. You want to hear it too. You just don't want to feel it. You want to hear it. And also because, again, you don't want to get caught in situations where, like I always talk about, some guys will act like your boyfriend, but they're not trying to be your boyfriend. And so you don't want to get mixed up in that and, again, end up getting played. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check this one out right here, and I'll see you there. Sometimes it can feel like dating really sucks. You know, people playing games. It seems like they have one foot in the door, one foot out the door. The struggle to meet someone who you are compatible with, or even more importantly, have a connection with.